This run by Tyrese Haliburton is the greatest individual postseason clutch run that I've ever seen.
I don't believe you.
And it has been all the fourth quarters where Michael Jordan has done the most damage, averaging just under 11 in that fourth quarter.
We're down to 5. Jordan putting moves on Russell. We're down to 2. Now to 1. Here's Jordan. Yes! Clock at 7. Jordan shooting. Yes. On the shot clock. 3-point Jazz lead. Bulls have missed their last 6 shots. Jordan. Yes. Pippen backing Hornacek. Here's Jordan for 2. Yes. A courageous, classic performance by the flu-ridden Michael Jordan. The Jazz looking to extend to a 7th game. Jordan with the spin. Yes. Jordan. Yes. Looking for Michael Jordan. Checks the clock. 5 on the 24. Here's Jordan. Did not have the shot. Curved in.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
When it comes to the biggest storyline of the 2025 postseason, Tyrese Haliburton making his first NBA Finals, leading Indy back to the finals the first time since 2000, is the biggest storyline by far. And the path to the NBA Finals, nothing short of spectacular.
5 seconds, 4 seconds, Haliburton for the lead. Carlisle's going to let him play. Haliburton steps back and hits.
He'll take it. He'll backpedal a 3 for the win. And goal!
I'm speechless. Speechless. I have no speech.
For a lot of NBA superstars, even NBA legends, they're lucky if they get one of those shots, 2 of them, and they have 3, I mean, they're another stratosphere. Tyrese having 4 of those shots in one playoff run is simply unprecedented. And for a lot of fans, especially the NBA media, they started asking the question, is this Tyrese run the most clutch playoff run in NBA history? And today's video, we're going to answer that question.
All right, let's go already.
Now, when discussing the best clutch time players of all time, you have players like Reggie Miller, Kobe, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, some say LeBron James, but the single most clutch playoff run of all time belongs to Michael Jeffrey Jordan in 1997. And this run from MJ, I mean, it's stuff of legend, and it's highly underrated. And when discussing being clutch, let's look at fourth quarter stats first and foremost. In NBA playoff history, with the most 10-point fourth quarters in a single postseason, here's the top 5. Number 1, Dirk 2011, number 2, Kobe 08, and number 3, Mike in 97. So that list right there is in pretty great company, and 97 Jordan, the top 1% of the best fourth quarter runs of all time. Now, raise that bar ever so slightly to 15-point fourth quarters. 97 during that playoff run had 3 such quarters, tied for the most ever. Now, raising the bar even further at 20-point fourth quarters, MJ 97 had 2 such quarters, tied for the most ever with Jamal Murray in 2020.
Impressive. Very nice.
So that right there from Jordan, some pretty fantastic stuff, looking at 20-point fourth quarters, 15-point fourth quarters, and then 10-point fourth quarters. Now, looking at Jordan's overall fourth quarter numbers, like you'd expect, they're pretty fantastic. Jordan this run, first overall in points per game, second plus minus, 49% from the field, and 182 total points, the 5th most ever in a playoff run. Now, for even more context, looking through all of NBA history, a player's average 9 points in the fourth quarter for an entire run and make the NBA Finals, there's only 5 players who meet that criteria. Number 1, Dirk 2011, 2, 97 Jordan, 3, 08 Kobe, 4, 98 Jordan, and 5, 2000 Shaq.
Love fest that has broken out here at Staples. Oh, playing.
So that right there is the raw numbers, points per game, no real added context or detail. And still 97 Jordan ranks 2nd all time. Now, taking a step further, looking at things like pace of play, era, teammate help, this next stat goes even further. As looking at those 5 playoff runs, if you rank them by the highest percentage of their team's fourth quarter points scored, here's the list in order. Number 1, 98 Jordan. Number 2, 97 Jordan. 3, 2011 Dirk. Then Shaq. Then Kobe. And look, we're getting very specific, very nitpicky, because all those fourth quarter runs are all-time great runs. But if you want to splice the hairs even further, you gotta do stuff like this, add the team context as well as the era context. And of course, when you do that, runs like 97 Jordan, 98 Jordan, and 2011 Dirk become even more impressive. Now, one more thing I do want to highlight, when it comes to the biggest moments, the biggest stage with the most stakes, that of course is the NBA Finals. For a lot of players, they can hit game winners in the first round, second round, even the conference finals. But in the finals, it's much more pressure and the margin for error is about this wide. And if you want to talk the most competitive final series of all time, the close final series, the 97 Finals is definitely up there. As looking at the Bulls and Jazz, their scoring averages were separated by 0.6 points per game. And out of the 6-game series, 4 of the games were decided by 5 points or fewer. And in Game 1, it was a 2-point margin.
Scores tied. 9 seconds left. Oh, he missed the both. Rebounded by Jordan. We're down to 5. Jordan putting moves on Russell. We're down to 2. Now to 1. Here's Jordan. Yes! It is all over.
Perfection.
To say Michael Jordan's underrated is kind of a naive statement, but that shot right there in 97 is definitely underrated and seldomly talked about. And if you want to talk the rarity of that shot in NBA history, there's a total of 3 buzzer beaters ever in the NBA Finals. One of those belongs to Jordan, another Jerry West, and then Bob Hansen in 1950. So that shot right there in the NBA Finals, it was a pretty big moment, an iconic shot. And for a lot of these clutch time runs, moments and iconic plays, they matter first and foremost. And looking at Game 5 of this series, there's no more iconic game, iconic moment than the flu game itself. As Michael Jordan in this game, with the flu, food poisoning, and being under the weather, scored 38 points. And looking at the fourth quarter, absolutely took over. MJ the fourth quarter, 15 points, 6 of 10 shooting. The rest of his Bulls stars only had 5 points, and the Jazz combined only had 16.
It is 2-2 right now in this game number 5 as Michael Jordan cuts it to a 5-point Jazz lead. 7 points off the bench. Jordan, yes, come up with it on the deflection. Jordan fires for 3. Yes. Anderson cheating over. Shot clock at 7. Jordan shooting. Yes. The shot clock. 3-point Jazz lead. Bulls have missed their last 6 shots. Jordan, yes. 10 on the shot clock. Pippen backing Hornacek. Here's Jordan for 3. Yes. Michael Jordan.
He was special.
Michael Jordan, a pivotal Game 5 in Utah, a place they rarely lost, had a vintage fourth quarter to swing the series momentum in Chicago's favor. And looking at Game 6, it kind of got even better. As Game 6 in Chicago, Michael Jordan in the fourth quarter had 10 total points, 5 of the last 6 made shots, and a game-winning pass to Steve Kerr to steal the title.
That's the second time he's blown the layup, and this time Jordan. Jordan, yes. Pippen and Williams. Jordan. The Jazz looking to extend to a 7th game. Jordan with the spin. Yes. Jordan. Yes. Looking for Michael Jordan. Checks the clock. 5 on the 24. Here's Jordan. Did not have the shot. Kerr does.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Like I said earlier, few NBA legends have 1 moment in the finals, 2 moments, and a lot of them never get 3 moments. Michael Jordan's 6 total games had 3 moments altogether. The buzzer beater Game 1, the flu game in Game 5, and in Game 6, the pass to Kerr, and a masterclass fourth quarter performance. And speaking of those fourth quarters, Jordan from Game 1 to Game 6 was phenomenal in every fourth quarter. And I guess his worst fourth quarter worst performance was Game 2, where he only had 8 points. Michael Jordan 97 Finals clutch time play swung the series not once, not twice, but 3 separate times. And looking at his overall average, 10.7 points per game to his Bulls teammates only combined for 13. Michael Jordan in this series versus the Jazz scored 45.9% of his team's points in the fourth quarter and closed out numerous games by himself.
Played 44 minutes. It was all about will. Yeah, you know, it's all about desire. You just got to come out here and do what you got to do. We wanted it real bad, you know, and me as a leader, I had to come out and do my best, and hopefully the team could rally around me and come out and make contributions.
So that right there from Jordan 97, the complete total package of a clutch playoff run that I believe is the most clutch run of all time. As the overall stats are phenomenal, he was consistent, had big-time massive shots, iconic games, and the biggest stage, he delivered over and over and over again. So that right there is the end of the video, and I'll say one last thing. For a lot of fans nowadays, what they are is prisoners of the moment. Yes, Tyrese in this run has a phenomenal run with 4 big-time shots. Tyrese in his own right has been otherworldly. But when we want to label this the most clutch run of all time, that's where things go a little bit too far. Someone like Jordan 97, his big-time clutch moments, where they primarily came, was the NBA Finals. Tyrese in this series has had one of those moments. Jordan 97 had 3 of them in 6 games. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.